Prayer becomes powerful when it is rooted in sincere faith and clear intention. Many people treat prayer as a last option, something they turn to only when every other door seems closed, yet its true strength lies in the mindset it creates within a person. When someone pauses, reflects, and speaks words of hope and purpose, the mind begins to reorganize around those thoughts. Instead of focusing on fear, the individual starts to focus on possibilities. This shift in thinking can influence the decisions they make, the risks they are willing to take, and the opportunities they are able to recognize. Faith-filled prayer does not change reality instantly, but it changes the way a person approaches reality. It encourages patience, calm thinking, and confidence during uncertain moments. When someone believes that solutions can appear and that their effort will lead somewhere meaningful, they tend to act with greater determination. In this way, prayer becomes a moment where the mind is strengthened and the heart becomes steady. It reminds a person that their current circumstances are not necessarily permanent. That reminder alone can give someone the courage to continue searching for answers rather than giving up. Faith-filled prayer therefore acts as a quiet but powerful influence that reshapes perspective and opens the door to better choices and renewed motivation. Another important aspect of prayer is the clarity it can bring to a person's thinking. When life becomes stressful, the mind often becomes crowded with worry, doubt, and negative expectations. These thoughts can make situations appear worse than they actually are. Prayer offers a moment of stillness where those thoughts can settle and be replaced with more constructive ones. In that quiet reflection, people often begin to notice ideas they had overlooked before. They may remember skills they possess, resources they can use, or people who may help them move forward. Faith-filled prayer does not guarantee sudden wealth or immediate change, but it helps create the mental environment where solutions can grow. It strengthens emotional stability, which is essential when facing financial pressure or uncertainty. When someone feels calm and focused, they are more likely to think clearly and make decisions that improve their situation over time. This process is often subtle, yet its impact can be significant. The person who once felt overwhelmed begins to regain control of their thoughts and actions. Step by step, that renewed clarity leads them toward opportunities and progress that might have been missed before. Through this steady influence, prayer becomes not only an expression of hope but also a practical tool for strengthening the mindset needed to move forward. Words influence the way people think about their financial situation more than they often realize. Every time someone speaks about money, whether with confidence or with worry, those words reinforce a particular mindset. If a person repeatedly says that opportunities never appear or that improvement is impossible, the mind slowly begins to accept those ideas as facts. Over time, this belief shapes behavior, reducing motivation to explore new possibilities. Speaking with intention works in the opposite direction. When someone begins to express hope, determination, and the expectation of improvement, the mind becomes more open to searching for solutions. This does not mean ignoring difficulties or pretending problems do not exist. Instead, it means choosing language that encourages action and responsibility rather than discouragement. When people speak about managing their finances wisely, learning new skills, or finding better opportunities, they start to think in ways that support those outcomes. Words guide attention, and attention guides decisions. A person who speaks about progress is more likely to notice ideas that could help them move forward. Gradually, their communication with themselves and with others begins to reflect confidence and purpose. That shift in language can influence the energy they bring into conversations, negotiations, and professional situations. In this way, intentional speech becomes a practical habit that supports financial improvement by shaping the thoughts and expectations that guide everyday choices. Intentional words also strengthen discipline and focus when someone is working toward financial stability. When people clearly express what they want to achieve, they create a form of commitment that reminds them of their goals during challenging moments. Saying that one will manage money carefully, invest time in learning, or pursue new opportunities encourages the mind to remain attentive to actions that support those intentions. This practice helps individuals avoid the habit of speaking negatively about their situation, which can drain motivation and create unnecessary stress. Instead, their language becomes a reminder that improvement is possible through patience and consistent effort. Words spoken during moments of reflection or prayer can also influence emotional balance. When individuals express gratitude for what they already have and speak with confidence about building a better future, they strengthen their sense of control and responsibility. This balanced outlook helps them remain calm when facing financial pressure and prevents discouragement from taking over their thinking. Over time, intentional speech becomes more than just positive wording. It becomes a guiding framework for daily behavior. The person begins to make choices that match the language they regularly use, whether that involves saving money, exploring new income sources, or learning better financial habits. Through this steady connection between words and actions, intentional speech becomes a quiet but effective tool for shaping financial direction and personal growth. Spiritual alignment begins with the way a person organizes their inner world. When thoughts, intentions, and actions move in the same direction, individuals often experience a stronger sense of clarity and purpose. In matters related to finances and opportunity, this alignment can influence how someone approaches challenges and possibilities. Many people struggle because their thoughts are divided. One part of the mind hopes for progress while another part expects disappointment. This inner conflict can weaken motivation and delay meaningful action. Spiritual alignment encourages individuals to bring their beliefs and intentions together so that their mindset supports their goals rather than contradicting them. When someone pauses to reflect, pray, or focus on their deeper values, they begin to examine the patterns of thinking that shape their choices. They may realize that fear, doubt, or past disappointments have been influencing their expectations. Through conscious reflection, those patterns can gradually be replaced with a more balanced outlook. This does not mean ignoring practical realities, but it helps a person approach those realities with steadiness and hope. When belief becomes aligned with effort, people often find themselves more willing to learn, improve, and pursue opportunities that once seemed out of reach. The sense of alignment creates inner stability, and that stability supports clearer decision-making in financial and professional matters. Belief also plays an important role in how individuals respond to opportunities that appear in their lives. When someone believes that progress is possible and that their actions can lead to meaningful change, they are more likely to take initiative. They might develop new skills, connect with others who share similar goals, or explore paths they previously overlooked. Spiritual alignment encourages individuals to trust that their consistent effort has value, even when results are not immediate. This perspective can be especially helpful during times when financial improvement requires patience and persistence. Instead of becoming discouraged by slow progress, the person continues working with discipline and focus. Their belief provides emotional strength, allowing them to remain committed to responsible decisions and long-term planning. As this mindset grows stronger, the individual begins to recognize opportunities more easily. What once seemed like ordinary situations may reveal possibilities for collaboration, learning, or income growth. Spiritual alignment does not create wealth instantly, but it nurtures the qualities that make progress more likely. Confidence, patience, gratitude, and responsibility become part of the person's daily approach to life. Through this steady connection between belief and action, individuals gradually move toward greater stability and abundance while maintaining balance and integrity in the way they pursue their goals. Gratitude has a quiet but meaningful influence on the way people view their financial lives and opportunities. When individuals regularly acknowledge what they already have, they begin to shift their focus from constant dissatisfaction to awareness. This awareness helps them recognize resources, abilities, and support systems that might otherwise be overlooked. In many situations, people become so focused on what they lack that they stop noticing the value present in their current circumstances. Gratitude gently redirects attention toward what is working rather than what is missing. This shift does not deny challenges, but it places those challenges within a broader perspective. When someone appreciates their existing skills, relationships, and experiences, they begin to see them as tools that can contribute to future progress. Gratitude also encourages a calmer mindset, reducing the stress and frustration that often accompany financial uncertainty. A calm mind is better prepared to evaluate options and make thoughtful decisions. Over time, people who practice gratitude tend to approach opportunities with more confidence and openness. They are less likely to feel trapped by their current situation because they recognize that growth can begin with what they already possess. Through this gradual change in perspective, gratitude becomes a steady source of motivation that helps individuals remain hopeful and attentive to possibilities around them. Gratitude also strengthens a person's relationship with opportunity by encouraging generosity, responsibility, and awareness of timing. When people appreciate the resources they have, they often become more careful and intentional about how they use them. Instead of wasting time, money, or energy, they begin to value each resource as something that can contribute to future stability. This sense of responsibility supports better financial habits, such as thoughtful spending, saving, and investing in personal growth. Gratitude can also influence how individuals interact with others. People who express appreciation tend to build stronger relationships, and those relationships sometimes open doors to collaboration, mentorship, or professional opportunities. Another important effect of gratitude is that it helps individuals recognize moments when opportunity appears. Many opportunities arrive quietly, disguised as small tasks, learning experiences, or connections with new people. Someone who maintains a grateful and attentive mindset is more likely to notice these moments and respond with curiosity rather than hesitation. As this habit develops, the individual becomes increasingly aware that progress is often built through consistent effort and thoughtful choices rather than sudden change. Gratitude, therefore, acts as a steady guide, helping people appreciate their journey while remaining alert to the opportunities that can gradually improve their financial and personal circumstances. Many people face financial challenges not only because of external conditions, but also because of the beliefs they carry about money and opportunity. Over time, experiences such as disappointment, failure, or constant struggle can shape a mindset that expects scarcity. When this belief becomes strong, it quietly influences decisions and behavior. A person may hesitate to explore new opportunities because they assume success is unlikely. They may avoid learning new skills or meeting new people because they believe such efforts will not lead to meaningful change. Breaking these mental barriers begins with recognizing that these beliefs are not permanent truths. They are patterns of thinking that developed through past experiences. Once a person becomes aware of this, they gain the ability to challenge those patterns and replace them with more balanced perspectives. This process requires patience and honest reflection. It involves questioning thoughts that say improvement is impossible and gradually building confidence through small actions. When individuals begin to see that progress can occur through learning, persistence, and responsible choices, their mindset starts to shift. Instead of feeling trapped by their circumstances, they begin to recognize that their decisions still hold power. This realization does not remove every obstacle, but it changes how the person responds to those obstacles. With a more open mindset, they are more willing to seek knowledge, build connections, and explore ideas that could lead to financial growth. Overcoming scarcity thinking also means developing a healthier relationship with risk, effort, and opportunity. When people believe that resources are always limited and success is rare, they often approach life with hesitation. They may focus on protecting what little they have rather than expanding their possibilities. A balanced mindset encourages individuals to think differently. Instead of seeing every challenge as a threat, they begin to view certain challenges as chances to learn and improve. This perspective allows them to take thoughtful risks, such as investing time in education, developing a business idea, or applying for positions that offer better financial stability. As individuals practice this new way of thinking, they gradually replace fear with curiosity and discipline. They begin to understand that growth often happens through consistent effort rather than sudden change. The process of breaking mental barriers is not about ignoring reality or expecting instant wealth. It is about freeing the mind from unnecessary limitations so that better choices become possible. When people believe that progress can occur through persistence, responsible planning, and learning from experience, they approach opportunities with greater confidence. Over time, this shift in thinking creates momentum, allowing individuals to build a path toward improved financial stability and a more hopeful outlook on their future. Consistency is one of the most important qualities when it comes to prayer and maintaining a disciplined mindset. Many people turn to prayer only during moments of difficulty, hoping for immediate change. While those moments of reflection can be meaningful, real transformation often grows through steady and repeated practice. When individuals dedicate regular time to prayer, they create a habit of reflection that strengthens their awareness and focus. This consistent practice allows them to pause, organize their thoughts, and reconnect with their values and goals. Over time, prayer becomes more than a reaction to problems. It becomes a daily moment where a person realigns their thinking with hope, patience, and purpose. This habit helps reduce emotional reactions driven by fear or frustration. Instead of making rushed decisions during stressful financial situations, the individual learns to respond calmly and thoughtfully. Consistency in prayer also reinforces discipline in other areas of life. A person who commits to regular reflection is more likely to maintain focus on long-term goals, whether those goals involve saving money, learning new skills, or building a more stable future. Through repeated practice, prayer begins to influence the rhythm of daily life. It reminds individuals that progress does not always appear quickly, but steady effort combined with patience often leads to meaningful change over time. A disciplined mindset grows naturally when prayer becomes part of a person's routine. Each moment of reflection strengthens the ability to think clearly and remain focused on what truly matters. Discipline is not simply about strict rules or constant pressure. It is about building habits that support long-term stability and growth. When people pray consistently, they often become more aware of their choices and how those choices influence their future. This awareness encourages responsible decision-making in areas such as spending, saving, and planning. It also helps individuals remain committed to personal improvement even when progress feels slow. Financial stability rarely develops overnight, and without discipline, many people become discouraged and abandon their efforts too early. A consistent mindset helps prevent this pattern. It reminds the individual that each thoughtful step, no matter how small, contributes to a larger goal. Over time, this approach builds resilience and confidence. The person begins to trust their ability to manage challenges and continue moving forward. Prayer, combined with disciplined thinking, creates a supportive mental environment where patience, responsibility, and determination can grow. Through this steady practice, individuals strengthen both their inner stability and their practical ability to pursue financial progress with clarity and persistence. Opportunities often appear in ways that people do not immediately recognize. Many individuals expect opportunity to arrive in obvious and dramatic forms, such as sudden offers or major financial breakthroughs. In reality, progress frequently begins with smaller moments that require attention and thoughtful response. Recognizing these moments depends greatly on a person's mindset. When individuals remain focused only on problems, they may overlook valuable chances to improve their situation. However, when they maintain a balanced and hopeful outlook, they become more aware of possibilities around them. This awareness allows them to notice conversations, learning experiences, or connections that could lead to meaningful change. Prayer and reflection can strengthen this awareness by encouraging people to slow down and observe their circumstances more carefully. Instead of reacting quickly to stress or disappointment, they begin to look at situations with patience and curiosity. In that calmer state of mind, ideas often become clearer. A person might recognize that a skill they already possess could be developed into a new opportunity, or that a relationship with a colleague or mentor could lead to collaboration. These realizations may seem small at first, but they can gradually open paths that were not visible before. By paying attention to these subtle signals, individuals position themselves to respond wisely when new possibilities begin to unfold. Divine timing is a concept that encourages patience and trust during periods when progress feels slow. Many people become discouraged when their efforts do not produce immediate results. They may assume that their actions have failed or that improvement is unlikely. Understanding timing helps individuals remain steady during these moments. It reminds them that preparation, learning, and growth often take place before visible results appear. During this period, individuals may be developing skills, building relationships, or gaining experience that will later support greater opportunities. When the right moment arrives, those preparations make it possible to respond effectively. Prayer and reflection can help people maintain patience during this waiting period. Instead of feeling frustrated, they can use the time to strengthen their knowledge, improve their habits, and prepare themselves for future possibilities. Recognizing the importance of timing also prevents rushed decisions that could create unnecessary difficulties. When individuals trust that progress develops step by step, they become more willing to continue working with discipline and focus. Eventually, the combination of awareness, preparation, and patience allows them to recognize the right moment to act. At that point, what once seemed like an ordinary situation may reveal itself as a meaningful opportunity that supports both personal growth and financial improvement.